Hi, I'm Jonathan Knight, and this is B-Movie Madness. The movie I'm going to talk about today, well, I got a very special one to talk about. And I know I say that a lot, but this one is truly special to me personally, and one I'm super, super excited to talk about. And it happens to be a sequel to a movie I reviewed last year, a shot-on-video anthology called Zombrella's House of Horrors. And this is another release from SOVHorror.com. Tony was awesome enough to let me watch this early. I actually watched this back in October. And, I just got done watching the extras and all that because I wanted to do it closer to the release date. It comes out this Friday, November 13th. I'm shooting this on November 10th. So I'm super excited to talk about this one. And I want to have a disclaimer beforehand. If I get anybody's name wrong or I mispronounce something, or if I get a simple fact wrong, please let me know in the comment section so I can add a note to it. So in case I'm doing like maybe another review in the future featuring this person or whatever, I can, be more correct. Also, another disclaimer is I am in one of the ads in this movie. I'm mentioning this beforehand because I just want to let people know I was only involved in that particular ad. I was not involved in the rest of the production, so this is a very unbiased review. Okay, to get onto the review, what am I talking about? What movie am I talking about? I am talking about the one, the only, the legendary Natasha Nighty's Boudoir of Blood. Now, even though this is a sequel to Zombrella's House of Horrors, it has a different horror host this time. This time it has Natasha Nighty, who's played by Ramelli, who was the director and star of Purveyors of Blood, which I reviewed back in January. And one of my favorite things about Zombrella's House of Horrors was Zombrella. I thought she was a lot of fun. And I think Natasha Nighty is even more fun. She really gave me that Rhonda Starr of USA Up All Night vibe. And Tony did something really genius. And I'm not just saying this because he's a friend of mine. He has it where throughout the whole movie, she's the first stripping horror host. And throughout the movie, she slowly strips off a piece of her clothing until the point she's naked at the end of the movie. And that's genius because it keeps people watching so they can get to that point of the movie where they can see her fully naked. That's genius. I'm actually surprised no one else has came up with that until now. I mean, it seems like an obvious idea that people have not taken advantage of. So kudos to you, Tony. It's a genius idea. Now, how I'm going to approach this review is, since this is an anthology, and if you've seen Zombrella's House of Horrors, there was commercials and movie previews throughout the whole thing. I'm going to review it in order. I already reviewed the horror host part of it, so I'm going to go commercials, and most of my review will be focused on the stories, so I'm only going to give like a short opinion on the commercials or the ads themselves. So that's how I'm going to approach it. So let me get started. I have notes, so if you see me look over, because this was a lot of stuff to write down. The first commercial was 1-900 Hot Tub, or was it Hot Tubs? 1-900 Hot Tub, which is starring Rebecca Reinhardt, who is an up-and-coming screen queen. She's a director. She directed a movie called Embalmers. And she's the host of a podcast, SOBs Who Love SOB. She also happens to be the administrator of my Facebook group, B-Movie Madness. And Rebecca's a really great person, really sweet, really nice, funny as all hell. And this commercial is awesome. You're definitely going to like this. You're definitely going to really like this commercial. It's pretty awesome. That's all I'm going to say about it, but wait till you see it. The next one is a movie preview for Smooth and Silky Demon Fighting Pimp, which is an awesome little 30-second movie preview. I believe Tony says it was much longer and he cut it down to 30 seconds. It looks awesome. I would actually watch a movie based on this. It would really look like a lot of cheesy fun. The next one is Papa Joe's Super Mega Hot Hellfire Hot Sauce, which is a hot sauce commercial that is really freaking funny. I'm not quite a hot sauce person, stomach issues involving it, but I would try if it was real. Fuck it. I don't even be able to go to the bathroom. No matter. Next is a movie preview done by Tony called This Little Piggy, which, much like the Fighting Pimp one, is a short little basically a TV spot for a horror movie called This Little Piggy, which looks like a lot of fun. If you've seen Zombrella's House of Horrors, he always puts these really funny, entertaining, movie previews in there. The last commercial break before the first story is the first Datamate commercial, and this one features Dylan Fawn Harvey, who, if you have viewed my channel for a while, she has starred in movies a lot of Todd Sheets stuff, including Final Caller, Clownado, and Bone Hill Road, and Dreaming Purple Neon. She's much like Rebecca. She's an extremely nice and sweet person. I'm good friends with her on Facebook, and her Datamate ad is really a lot of fun. If you've seen Zombrell's House of Horrors, the Datamate ads were also in that movie, and these ones are new ones that were done for this one. It's a lot of fun. The first story is The Green-Eyed Monster, directed by Jeff Kirkendale. If you don't know who Jeff Kirkendale is, he is an actor and a filmmaker. He works a lot with Mark Polonia. In fact, as I'm recording this, he co-directed and starred in the long-awaited Splatter Farm sequel, Return to Splatter Farm, which is available right now. I think pretty much every site is selling it. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching that. But The Green-Eyed Monster was something he made in the late 90s, I believe 1999. And it's about a young woman who is very jealous of her boyfriend. She thinks he's cheating on him and all that. And it's Halloween night, and she's just, he's going somewhere, and this supernatural entity starts speaking to her through a radio, giving her these visions that might or might not be true of things that may or may not have happened, including her boyfriend cheating on her with her own sister. Now, if these are real or not, we don't know. He could be just fucking with her, but it ultimately does not end pretty for anybody. This of the three stories, I'll be honest, this one was my least favorite of the three, but I still really enjoyed it. I thought the story itself was really interesting. I really like the idea that this thing on Halloween night is speaking to her and maybe or maybe not is lying to her about what's happening. I thought that was interesting, and I thought the ending, although it wasn't as satisfying as I would want it to be, I thought it was actually pretty neat. I thought the acting for the most part was good. I thought the camera work, when they're going up to the radio, they do this kind of like kinetic um, camera work thing, and that was actually pretty cool. But overall, I did enjoy it. Although of the three, it unfortunately is my least favorite. But I thought Jeff Kirkendale did a great job with it. The second commercial break, the first one is a commercial for Dingo Pizza. Now, if you've been, if you're been watching my channel, Dingo Pizza was featured in Spirit Animal, which is a shot and video movie that Madeline Deering did that I reviewed earlier on this year. And it was in that movie as well. The Dingo Pizza was the pizza of that movie. It's a really fun commercial, really authentic and old school looking. The pizza looks delicious. I would like to try it. I did try I did try texting the phone number, and it was a landline, so I didn't bother calling it. The next one is 1-800-WE-ARE-LEGAL, which is a ad for legal girls, you might say. That one was actually fun. That one has nudity as well. So, what's funny is none of the main stories have boobs in it, but Tony made sure there was boobs throughout all the ads in the movie. Rebecca's ads had boobs. This one has boobs. Mine, unfortunately, does not. I tried to put nudity in it. Tony just said he couldn't afford my fee. So, whatever. But 1-800-WE-ARE-LEGAL. This one's a lot of fun as well. And if you're a boob guy, there's some boobs in that one. Next one is Hubert Styles Film Reviewer, which is Sean C. Phillips, Cool Duder, doing a like Roger Ebert, Siskel and Ebert like review show where he trashes horror films, and there's clips of metal noir shown into it. That one looked like a lot of fun. There's an extended part of that segment on the special features, and I'll talk about that when I get to it. There's also Drink, which is another commercial done by Madeline Deering, which is for this fake energy drink that, if you've seen those extreme energy drink commercials, she does a great job of doing like a parody of those. A lot of fun. And the last commercial of this commercial break is Datamate one, featuring Dave James Parker, aka Mr. Parka of YouTube. And I have a little bit more to say about Mr. Parka when it comes to my part of my Datamate ad. But his Datate's a lot of fun. It's really cool. He actually did an alternate one that's on the special features, and I definitely think of the two, this one's the better one. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. And he does a good job being creepy, which sometimes that's, for some people, that's very easy to do. And the next story is Typeface. Now, if you have seen Zombrell's House of Horrors, Typeface was featured as a trailer in there, and this is actually the full segment. And this is basically Tony's love letter to Roger Corman stuff, such as A Bucket of Blood and Little Shop of Horrors, particularly Little Shop of Horrors. And it's about a minimalist writer who is really wanting to try to write this novel. He finds this old typewriter in the house he's staying in, and the typewriter is possessed by a spirit that says if he feeds it blood, it will it'll write the book novel. So he starts cutting his finger and putting drops of blood in it, and it'll spit out pages. And he keeps on doing it over and over again. And he starts to figure, um, is it really possessed by a spirit, or is he slowly losing his mind? You'll find out then in the story. But what's really cool about this one, sorry I kind of escaped for a minute, is he shot it in black and white, which really makes it stand out among the other stories. And it definitely makes you feel like you're watching this tribute to a Roger Corman movie, particularly the two I mentioned. I will say Matt Badelman, if I'm saying that right. His acting in the movie is really good. He does a great job acting as somebody who is slowly losing their mind, because he keeps feeding the thing blood, and he's got maybe blood loss. He's probably going crazy. I also say Romelli is she's in this movie, and I did not know that was her until I read the credits at the end. So I didn't notice it was her at first. She did a really good job in this one, and this one has a great Tales from the Crypt, kind of ending. The second or the next commercial break is Vincent Lugosi's Vault of VHS, which is featuring, what is it, Cannibal's Birthday Party. And this one, it's a really fun. It has David S. Hart in it, who was in Zombrella's House Horrors. He was in several segments in that, including some of the trailers. And the Cannibal Birthday Party looks really funny. That one actually has Tony in it, so that's really cool seeing Tony. The next ad is for the Datamate with Tim Ritter as Eugene. Eugene was a character he played in the Datamate ad in Zombrella's House of Horror. This is him reprising that role, and he's a lot of fun as usual. Tim is a blast to watch. I actually like this ad even more than the Eugene one and the Zombrella, so that's really cool. And after that, there's another hot sauce commercial for the same hot sauce commercial that's even more fun than the other one. Again, like I said, if I could eat, I would try it if it was real, if it was a real hot sauce. There is one for 1-800 The Cards, which is like a tarot reading cards commercial that you see so much in the 90s. That one's pretty cool. There's 1-900 Dead Fuck, which is amazing. And that one was written by Tony. He wrote several of them, but this one just stood out for me the most because it was just so much. It was so funny, and it kind of took me back, like, oh my god, did he actually go there? Yeah, he went there. And then that's the last commercial, and the next story is Ron Ford's The Road, which I believe it says copyright 2007, because these are all older stuff shot, and they're included, I think, for the first time in an anthology. Ron Ford's The Road. What is Ron Ford's The Road? It is about a woman who is on her way to blackmail somebody, and she ends up on a road that is haunted by the spirits of the people who died on it. Honestly, of all of the three stories, this one is my absolute favorite. I really like Typeface, and I enjoyed Green Eyed Monster, but this one just was my absolute favorite. And the main reason is I thought the ghostly zombie creatures, I know on the commentary they were like, what are they? To me, I call them like ghostly zombie things. I thought they were really cool. I thought the makeup effects by Mitch Tinner, hope I said that right, Mitch Tinner, who is, I did not mention him in the Monster History 101 review, but he did several things, including acting. He's also in The Road. He plays a pizza man with his guts hanging out. But he did a lot in that story as well. But my favorite thing was his makeup effects. His makeup effects in this one, I thought they were really good. Every single ghostly zombie creature just looked really cool. One had a license plate through their head. One of them had their guts hanging out. Ron Ford played one that had like a Pez dispenser head. That was cool. There was a pug dog that had a big gash in the back. That one impressed me the most because I was like, how the hell did they do that gash? And they talk about it in the commentary track. But I thought that was cool. I thought the makeup effects were awesome. I really liked the story about this road who contains these people that died in a car accident. Died in car accidents on it. And the idea that this woman's on her way to do something bad. And well, she gets, terrorized by these ghostly creatures. But yeah, I was just really, really like this one. I love Ron Ford. If you want to know more about, my love for Ron Ford, watch Master History 101. But yes, this was my favorite of the 3 stories. I thought all 3 were well done. I thought Jeff, Tony, and Ron did a fantastic job putting these together. And I'm glad they actually even, they put them in an anthology together, because I think it worked. And I think The Road really works as a final story because it ends it on a really high note. But yeah, it was awesome. Now, in the middle of the ones, there's commercial breaks. I have to keep on forgetting. The last of the commercial breaks is 1-900 Stuff Me, which is another Rebecca Reinhardt commercial, which is amazing. She did 2 ads that were very similar. The other one's in the bonus section called Taste Me, and I was not expecting 2 commercials with her, but great job. Much as I can say. I'm just kidding. She did an awesome job. There was a drug PSA after that. There's a couple. I think there was a couple of drug PSAs in Zombarella, but this one was actually well done. The last Data Me ad features Blast Heart Cheese, who is played by me. It's a character I play. Me and my dog Duke are in this commercial. Mr. Parka, who I mentioned earlier, he recommended me for this commercial, and Tony asked me to do it. I did this very, very quickly, and although I'm very critical of my own work, I thought it came out decent. I'll let you be the judge of that, but I thought it came out decent, and I got to put my dog in the movie, which is really cool. But yeah, once again, I gotta thank Tony and Dave James Parker for thinking of me. That's really cool. There is a movie preview for for a movie called Rip 'Em, which it's pretty much just a guy getting ripped in half, and it looks awesome. Has that nice SOV like late 80s 90s feel. I love it. There's a second energy drink ad done by Madeline Deering, but this one has one of the greatest lines in a commercial I've ever heard. It has the blood of Bruce Lee in it. If that was an energy drink, everybody would be drinking that shit, and everybody would be going there fucking kicking ass and taking names. But that's it. That's all the commercials. Hopefully this review comes out all right. This was a little overwhelming for me because it was it's awesome and there's a lot to it. But overall, I liked all 3 stories. I liked the Green Monster, and I loved Typeface, and I loved The Road. The commercials were great. In fact, I will have to say I think both the host segments and the commercials were done better here than Zombarella's, particularly the ads in this one. I think in Zombarella's, and I'm gonna be honest about it, even though I loved all the commercials, there was maybe too many of them. This one, it looked like he, just used the right amount of commercials. He kind of fine tuned it, and I really like that. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in one of them, but I thought the commercial was great. And he got some really talented people. Rebecca Reinhardt, Madeline Deering, Dylan Von Harvey, Tim Ritter. He got all these people, and Mr. Parker. He got all these awesome people to contribute to it, and it's awesome. And I hope if he makes a 3rd movie, he gets even more awesome people to do it. Like I said, all the 3 segments were great. I thought the acting was pretty good throughout. I thought the makeup effects, are fantastic. I thought, The Road kicks some ass with their makeup effects. I thought Typeface was a great homage to Roger Corman of the 60s and 50s and 60s, and I thought Green Mind Monster was just a nice little spooky Halloween story. But yeah, I really highly recommend checking this one out. If you're a fan of Zombrella's House of Horror, you don't necessarily need to see that one to see this one, but I do recommend checking out it anyways because it's awesome. And this one's even more awesome. I really had a fun time with this one. I want to make sure I show the inside of this because I always forget. There's a nice little insert card with Ramelli, and of course the disc art. It's upside down. But yeah, it's a shit ton of fun. If you're a fan of USA Up All Night, shot on video stuff, man, you will really enjoy this one. And if you've already seen Zombrella's House of Horrors, you'll enjoy this one even more. Or maybe, I don't know. You'll definitely get a kick out of a lot of the stuff in this movie. It's awesome. If you want to pick up a copy of this movie, it comes out this Friday, November 13th on sovhorror.com. And the same day, and I don't have it near me because I forgot to put it, is Slumber Party Murder Mania, which is a 32-minute slasher short done by Henry Kudo. I'll be reviewing this one probably by the end of the week, and I'll have it out probably next Monday. My focus was trying to get this one out, and I almost forgot. I have to review the extras. There's a commentary track with all the directors. The commentaries were recorded separately and edited together, so Jeff Kirkendale only speaks during his segment. Tony speaks throughout all the other stuff. And of course, Ron Ford and Mitch, I hope I got his name right, Mitch Tinner, do their commentary for the road, and that one's really fun and informative. The entire track is really informative. You find out, when it was filmed, where it was filmed, in particular, Typeface. It's now like the 4th or 5th time that Tony's edited the movie or that short together. But yeah, it's a really good informative commentary track. If you're a commentary horror like me, definitely check out the commentary track. There's a bonus short called Night Therapy that was a Jeff Kirkendale short. It's not as good as the Green Eyed Monster, but it is very well worth checking out. There's bonus commercials. These are the commercials that didn't make the final edit. There's an additional Rebecca Reinhardt commercial. That's basically very similar to the Stuff Me one that she did. There's a couple alternate Datamate ads. There is some other bonus commercials that just didn't make the final cut, including one featuring some cameos for some actors from the first movie, or from Dumbrella. There's also a Kubrick style segment. This is the Sean C. Phillips, Roger Ebert thing from the movie, but extended to 3 minutes, not 30 minutes. Natasha Nighty's credit dance sequence, uncut. At the end of the movie, you see her dance, and the credits are going across it. And this is the that without the credits, so you can see everything. But I kind of like the fact my name was going across a naked woman. I thought that was cool. Sexy Natasha Nighty insert card. I already showed you that. And there is a trailer vault which features trailers for several of the releases coming out, including The Sadness, which was just announced today. That looks awesome. So yeah, to end this review, you can pick this up Friday, November 13th, SOVHorror.com. I'm not wearing it today, but you also can get SOVHorror.com merch. I'll have the link down below for that. Once again, thank you. Thank you to Tony, Mr. Parka, Ron Ford, Jeff Kirkendale. Thank you all for entertaining me for 97 minutes. I appreciate any time somebody tries to entertain me, regardless if I like the final product or not. You entertained me for that long a time. I really do appreciate that. And I appreciate Tony for sending me this, letting me watch it, and including me in the final cut of the movie. If you like my channel, give me a thumbs up, hit the bell, comment below. I think I've already asked this before. What's your favorite anthology movie? Let me know down below. I'm Jonathan Knight. This has been B Movie Madness. Thanks for watching.